Hey, Bob, what time do you guys close on Saturday?
Oh, it's probably right around 3.
Okay. Pretty windy?
Yeah, it got really.
Yeah.
We were taking down the tents. We actually had people hold the posts while we took the cement bags off.
Wow.
We were ready to tip over.
Oh.
So how was it Monday then?
It broke $1,000 in sales, so.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I think that means you had about a $5,000 weekend.
4,000.
4,000.
What Tom put in the bag. Yeah.
Excellent.
So Kurt, one Friday afternoon, Mike Julian and Mike Gatlin and I were down there. You were the only one missing from Hillcrest. We'll have to see if we can schedule that better.
Yeah, it's good to get Mike to show up to those.
Oh yeah, no, he's a great lion. All you got to do is call him.
Right.
All you got to do.
How cute! Aww, so cute, Dwayne.
The animals cute too, Dwayne.
Lions at my house. Do we want to get all our lions together?
I could show you my cookie jar that when you open the mouth, it roars.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Social distancing though.
Yeah.
Kind of funny. I was at a garage sale yesterday, and there was like these 2 lions paintings that were, I'm not sure who they were done by, they were cute. And I'm sitting there going, where in God's green earth could I put these?
Hi, Chris Bailey.
Where was the garage sale, Hal?
Hello.
Over on 33rd, I think.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Well, actually, maybe it was, yeah. You know those streets in there? Susan Street is where it was.
Oh.
Okay.
So it's farther up from you. They're farther closer to the highway.
Who's the blank person on iPad, Hal?
It's Colleen.
Okay.
Colleen.
Hi.
Hi. Don't want us to see your hair?
How come I'm the only one who doesn't see Chris Bailey?
Because he's sitting really far away from the monitor.
Yep.
Hey, Hal.
My goodness. What are you doing? How come you're in the basement, Chris?
I'm in the bunker.
You're in the bunker, I see. Get yourself a better camera.
Hey, Hal, Louie wants you.
He does.
Hey, Hal.
Oh, are you acting secretary, Louie?
Yeah, how do I record?
I'm going to make you a co-host.
Okay.
And then hopefully up in the upper left-hand corner, it gives you a spot to record.
Oh, I see it.
Okay? She didn't give you any training?
No, it says recording. Okay.
Alrighty.
We're good to go now.
Yep.
Hey, it's 12:02, Madam President.
Okay.
You got 21 people right now.
Okay. We'll wait one more minute and then we'll start.
So, Chris, is this remote learning for you as well?
Always remotely learning.
Yeah. How many of your classes are remote?
We've got, we only have about 5% of our students are in class, person to person, about 95% is remote.
Doesn't it make you wonder how you're going to pay the rent?
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that today.
Okay, good.
Don't steal his speech yet, Hal.
I know it. my grandson's going to Oregon State, and he's part of that 5% that are on campus. Because he's hoping his marching band will come back.
Oh. Okay, I'm going to call this meeting to order for September 8th, 2020. I will do one announcement, and then I'm going to go into our guest speakers, and then we'll do happy bucks and stuff at the end. There will be a board meeting on Thursday, September 17th. So a week from Thursday. So kind of a week early this month. So. Okay.
You know, we normally wait till about 12:10 to make sure there's enough people on here for the program.
Well, sometimes we start early. It depends on too. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
doesn't matter, but. I guess we can wait till 12:10. If anybody has, let's see. I don't see Tom yet.
He just came on.
Oh, Tom just came on. Okay. Bob, you want to talk about the weekends, Friday, Saturday, Monday on concession?
Sure. All 3 days combined, we had $3,900 in sales.
Whoa.
Yes.
What a deal.
Yep.
So, fantastic week.
Okay. And we're doing Friday, Saturday this week, right?
Right.
Okay.
We go back to the normal
Okay. All right.
days.
The normal measly 3,000.
Yeah. Well, I know Monday it was getting kind of windy out there, so.
Yeah, that was quite the ordeal.
Yeah. So, so if you want to work, you need to get a hold of Lloyd Williams. I don't see Lloyd on yet.
And you put him on the Roar
Yeah.
as a contact phone
Yeah.
number now, so I can stop getting a few phone calls and
Okay.
forward them to him.
Yeah.
Less confusing.
Yeah. So, okay. Greg, first, anything on membership? Any new membership?
Not at this time.
Okay. And I don't see Ken Potero yet.
We are zone chairman light.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
And I don't see Marge. Anybody have any happy bucks or sad bucks that they would like to fill?
I just want everybody to keep their thoughts and prayers for the family of Skip Metzger. His niece passed away. She was not very old, and she passed away. It's Bill Watkins, dentist Bill Watkins' daughter. Anyway, be thinking of them if you would.
Okay. Anybody else on any? Oh,
I have a
Sharon?
happy back.
Okay.
Watkins' daughter.
School started today, Zoom school as I call it, and I have my grandson, so I'm doing it with him, and it went really well today. And after it was over, he even said, he goes, "Hey, I actually like that. It was fun."
Oh.
So we'll keep saying that.
What grade is he in?
6th grade.
Okay.
So it's first,
Middle school.
Dealing with having separate, different periods and different
Right.
teachers and everything. So it's all new. So it's all new for all of us, actually.
Right.
You have to go to a different room every time you change?
Good idea.
Period 1's in the kitchen, period 2's in the living room, 3's in the bedroom, 4's in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's it.
I think that's PE in the back.
I'm glad my wife didn't hear that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it went really well. It was a lot easier to navigate. It was really self-explanatory, and yeah, so.
Even a grandma can handle it, huh?
Right?
Well, my happy dollar is for
Okay.
Dwayne, not only for the 46-minute video he posted, but he made a nice 3-minute video that we can use. I can use on my laptop and give programs anywhere I go.
Good.
So, Dwayne, hats off to you again.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yep. Yeah.
Hey, Dwayne.
Yes? Anybody else have any happy or sad books?
Our big talkers aren't here today.
I know.
I'm worn out.
Oh.
I can
When you
share.
and your hubby sitting by that water watching the
Yeah.
smoke, that looked pretty
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, that was fun. We had the opportunity to
Tom's
camp.
waiting.
What?
What?
Tom's waiting. He's trying to.
Oh,
Okay, we'll get there in a minute.
President Darlene, I have happy bucks. Happy that my children got home safely. We spent the weekend at Crescent Bar and among some of the smoke, and we drove through White Pass, through Yakima to Ellensburg, and you could see the smoke plumes. But that was on Friday, and some of you saw the sunset that was pink. Sometimes it was bright red, and the moon was always orange, so it was quite an experience being over there. The times were fine. We had a great time. We left on Sunday, and on Monday our kids stayed, and the wind came up to the point where, no, I guess it was Sunday afternoon, that some people's tarps, their cover-ups, what do you call those things? I forgot. Pop-ups, anyway. The pop-ups the wind picked them up and blew them across the sand.
Oh.
One of my son's tarp, the leg was broken, so you can imagine the gust of winds that were down there. They have both trailers, so they chose not to come through the Vantage area and hit the I-90, because I-90 was to the east of them, was obviously backed up. You've seen it on the news.
Right.
So they drove through Wenatchee, stopped in Leavenworth, and I'm not sure what time they left, but they decided to go Highway 2, which brings you out through, I believe, Monroe.
Right.
Seattle. Their ultimate goal is to get to Federal Way. So that was a long way around. It took them at least 2 hours to get, I think, to I-5 from Leavenworth on that highway. So
Wow.
Yeah.
Typical Labor Day weekend.
yeah. Add that to the visibility and the wind and the dust, but their trailers got home safely, and so did they. So
That's
I'm a
good.
happy girl.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Tom, did you have something?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that evacuation. She lives just kind of east of Eugene, and so they all had to get out of their house.
Ooh.
Some of the people down there in Mackenzie, Oregon, they didn't make. She said they didn't make it out. It's bad, really bad over there right now.
Yeah, I
Who
talked
was that, Tom? I'm sorry. Who was that?
That was my stepdaughter.
Oh,
Okay.
I know I talked to my brother in Montana, and he lives in Belgrade, and they were having problems on Saturday and stuff because of fires, and helicopters were going over with the buckets of water and stuff, and haven't heard since Saturday, so I guess they're all okay. They haven't had to be evacuated out of Bozeman or Belgrade, but there are fires around there, and we're getting the smoke, so. We're kind of lucky we don't have fires around here, but we have the smoke at night, so.
Well, last night was bad.
It's
Well,
supposed
there
to be
was a
there.
fire at some place called Hardwood in Longview last night.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw something I read something about that this morning, but I didn't know where
Oh.
that was.
I didn't either.
I don't either.
And I could smell it. Even up here in the hills, I could smell it.
Okay, Greg?
That was Northwest Hardwood. It's down on the end of Industrial Way.
Oh.
It's in their hog fuel pile. One of my sons works there.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's why it was so bad over here then.
And I could smell it up
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
That wasn't the reason though we had all the smoke.
No. Hal, are we doing a timeout?
Well, it's time.
Okay, all right. George Rader is our program chair for this month. So, George, I will send it to you.
Okay. Thank you, President Darlene, fellow Lions and guests. I'm pleased to be your program director during these strange times for the month of, what month is it, September? That's the month I have. So our guest speaker today is Chris Bailey. Chris has been president of Lower Columbia College since September 2011. I joined the Board of Trustees in 2013, so I've worked with Chris now 7 years. Prior to coming to LCC, he was the Vice President of Human Resources and Legal Affairs at Centralia College. And he has spent 22 years teaching business, human relations, and law courses at both Centralia College and City University of Seattle. Before joining the college system, he was the president and general manager for Martin Sand and Gravel in South Thurston County. So he's got good business experience, educational experience, and he's worked as an attorney, but we always mention that last.
I understand.
Yeah. He has a doctorate from University of Washington in the School of Law and a bachelor's in business administration from Western Washington. He's put in some very effective leadership programs over the years, and he teaches those both here and at various community colleges in the area. And is very active in the community on several boards, which I won't mention all of them. But at this time, he's going to talk to us today about sustaining the college in tough times. So please give a nice warm welcome to Chris Bailey.
Thank you. Thank you, George. So, kind of an interesting time to say the least. Definitely tough times for the college. Themes we'll be talking about today is just kind of around the uncertainty that we still have around what's going on. As you all know, March was our finals week for winter quarter, and we received word that the coronavirus had hit. That very week, we were also beginning our efforts to convert our entire computer system that same week, and we had to shut down the college for spring quarter. So it was very difficult in that we had to just work remotely, and for some instructors who hadn't taught online before, that was a big challenge. Luckily, we've been teaching more and more online courses over the last decade, so for many instructors, it wasn't that heavy of a lift, but for some of them who had never taught online before, it was a big deal. So we actually delayed the quarter start, and we started the quarter 2 weeks late, and that gave us 4 weeks instead of 2 weeks with the spring break to prepare. We also sent most of our employees home and figured out how they could work remotely using Zoom and other technologies. And we actually created within 48 hours a Zoom room, virtual Zoom room for our students so that we could deal with their needs on the student services side. Our enrollments were down big. We were down 14% for spring quarter, down 15% for summer, and fall looks even bleaker. We're currently down about 26% for fall quarter. So people aren't returning to school, even though there are opportunities right now that I'll talk about later. So enrollment was down big. Also, state revenue forecasts were down big. So as of June, we were hearing from the legislature, prepare for about a 15% budget cut. So in addition to loss of tuition revenue, large amount of our revenue was going to be gone, and they were also telling us to prepare for a 15% cut. So we did what we had to do. In June, we cut about $1.7 million from our budget. Those were very difficult times and tough decisions we had to make. Luckily, the July and August revenue forecasts look a little better at the state, and we're hopeful that the budget that we're going to submit to Mr. Rader here in September will be a balanced budget based on the work that we've already done. With enrollments down, we went to work on that, and we've been fairly successful in reversing some of what we were down. At one point, a few weeks ago, we were down about 34% for fall. We started what we call a rock enroll campaign to get students to enroll, and we began working the phones and doing other things to get students re-engaged. We made 730 phone calls. I believe it was week before last. I personally made 85 of those phone calls. My EA made 105 phone calls. I don't think the person on the other end of the line knew they were talking to the president, and I kind of liked it that way. So it was interesting to talk to the students without them realizing who they were actually talking to. The good news is that we're starting to see some upticks. We've reduced our loss by about 7% over the last couple of weeks for fall enrollments. But even more importantly, we've seen our application rates finally go way up. We were down about 15% in applications as of July 20th. But then July came and we worked it. We were up 6% over last year in enrollments for July. And we were up 35% in applications for August over last August. So we are seeing a trend now to where we think we're reversing some of our enrollment woes and we're starting to see students. Main thing I wanted to talk about is, you know, I know people are kind of in a holding pattern. There's a lot of fear and a lot of, you know, ambivalence about what to do or not to do, but you couldn't find a better time to come to the community college. We've got a lot of funding that we can give directly to students. Also, this is the first year of the College Promise. So that means college is free for any family of four who makes less than $56,000 a year, and then it's prorated from there up to $92,000 for a family of four. So it's a good opportunity for a lot of people to get free college. Also, we have pots of money. We've raised almost $1 million for our Student Success Fund, and that allows us to dole out about $50,000 in cash. We've also gotten some state and federal relief for students, nearly $1 million that we've been doling out. So now is really a good time for those people who have been in limbo to come to the college and progress during this period where everything else is staying still. A couple other things about the future. We use this time to do a little bit of facilities work. I mean, there's no students here, there's no employees here, so good time to get some stuff fixed. So we're doing some roofing, getting some of that stuff taken care of. We recently completed the main building, which is the original building on campus, built in 1950. It's the first building on our campus. And now, during this time, we've decided to take the old founder's room, which was the original board room, and it's the room that's got the fireplace. I understand there used to be dances in there in the 1950s. We took out one of the added walls. We brought it back to its original size. We're revamping the fireplace in that room, and it's going to be a nice community room that we'll be able to rent out in the future and also use for other school activities. So we're excited about that. We also use the opportunity to rework our library and commons area. We've had a plan in play for the last several years to kind of fix the flow in there and make it more user-friendly for students. And so that work is being done, and both of those will be done probably mid-September, somewhere around September 15th. So we're really looking forward to completing those two facilities works. And then last, I'll talk a little bit about our long-term plans. As you know, we were growing an international program. We're becoming a destination for students who come here, who want to go to a university, an American university, and they realize that coming to a community college is a good first step. They can learn college rigor, they can get more one-on-one help and attention. And for us, it helps us give diversity and worldview to our students, so our students learn from them. Also, our students need to know global awareness. They need to be aware of other cultures, and this gives them an opportunity to get that. And it also doesn't hurt our bottom line to bring in some additional revenue from the outside. Obviously, the program, we lost about 10 students over the course of the pandemic, but we've got a long bench waiting to come back in, and so we're going to continue to grow that program moving forward. Probably the biggest thing, though, on the horizon is, I don't know how many of you have been to the Health and Science Building. It's a state-of-the-art building, one of the nicest science buildings in the state of Washington. It's got all sorts of technology. It's got a human cadaver, but it's also got a simulated cadaver. We were the second college in the state to get an electron scanning microscope behind the University of Washington. We've got $85,000 to $90,000 nurse simulation machines in there. We recently bought a CDL simulator for those who are in truck driving or bus driving school. We're really trying to expand and grow our facilities. So our next facility is currently on the capital budget list. We're number 8 in the community college list. We're on the list. That means we just got to wait for the funding now. That funding comes from bonds, not from tax revenue. So it's potential that this will be coming sooner as opposed to later. And it's a 55,000 square foot vocational building. So it'll house our vocational programs. We want to make it into a world-class skills center, just like our health and science building is a world-class building. And it'll house things like our machining and welding and manufacturing, those types of programs, and probably IT. And so we're really looking forward to that. We think that's about 5 years away. And we'd like to do what we did with the health and science building, which is go out and find some grants to get brand new equipment and make that really a state-of-the-art building that could be used by us and our local high school students once they graduate, come a 13th year and learn a trade. And with that, I will open it up for questions.
Marilyn has her hand up.
Chris, you mentioned the founder's room, I believe it was.
Yes.
How many would it accommodate? You said you would eventually be able to rent it out.
My guess is that, well, it depends on COVID or post-COVID, I guess. But I would think that we would be able to put 50 people in there fairly easily.
50, okay.
It has a little sink, and we're putting in some of those extras as well.
Okay, so that would be open to the community to use, is that right?
Yeah, we rent facilities to the community at a fairly reasonable rate. It helps us revenue-wise, but it's also great facilities for use by the public.
Perfect, thank you.
So food services then can cater in there, couldn't they?
Correct, yes, often they do.
Good.
What building is that in?
It's in the main building, the original main building. Question, Isla?
Isla?
So would the Lions discount if we needed it?
What now?
Yeah, I mean, those things we do have, I know Rotary currently uses one of our sets of conference rooms, but this will be another option. And our Heritage Room is another one, the current board room that gets rented out on occasion.
And we'd be able to bring in food maybe?
Yeah, food, coffee, or have it catered.
And their food services is very good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, our food services is very good.
Mm-hmm.
They do a lot of our major gala events even.
So this vocational center, how's it going to compare to what Vancouver has?
Well, it won't be, theirs is a high school unit. Ours will be a continuation of the community college. So probably what it would be is, what we plan on doing is trying to go into the local high schools and accredit as many of their courses as possible, so they'll have college credits from their own high school work in the trades. And then that'll give them an incentive to finish with us. We'll take them that 13th year, trying to get students younger. Currently, our average age of our students around 30, and a lot of times they've gone through hard times, and they've got rust from math and English, and so it's more difficult for them. They've also got family responsibilities, work responsibilities. So we'd like to nab those kids right out of high school and have them come for a year or two, and then maybe beyond, but really learn a trade as opposed to just getting a job.
Hey, Chris,
Yes.
do you think next quarter you'll be able to have more students on campus?
At this point, winter's probably going to look a lot like fall. We may add a few more classes. We're trying to figure out where the demand is, what the student need is. Part of what we heard was that for many of the students, they just couldn't do the online. It wasn't for them. They weren't built for it. And so we actually created some classes other than the vocational ones that have to be done. We actually created some English and math and sociology and history, some of those core courses specifically for the students who really need it. And then the classes are smaller, and we have health monitors. And in fact, we haven't had a single student on our campus that has contracted COVID that we know of. We did have a student contract, but that student is living in up in the peninsula area and is taking one online class from us and has never been on our campus. So, so far we've been really good with the protocol. We don't want to rush it too much, but we do want opportunity for students to progress.
Okay. So, anybody else have any questions?
George?
Thank you, Madam President. I probably should have gone over this. It's not a question. A little bit of bragging rights here.
Okay.
During the introduction, but this community college here, since Chris has been on board, is constantly coming out as number one in the state in various programs, and it's even got national recognition. And when they came out with the requirement for more security because of possible shooters on campus, they sent out a protocol. Well, Chris and his staff had already implemented the program, and people were contacting LCC about how to do it. The same thing with the online learning. When it became clear that we were going to have to go to virtual learning, we were already there. Staff had been working on it, and again, it was a model for the rest of the state to look at. And when I first joined the board, there was a bit of unrest in the staff and faculty, and Chris made some changes. And one of the things the trustees did is we hired an independent firm to do a survey, climate survey, and with staff, students, and faculty. And they came back and said, you hit number one in all 5 categories. That's the first time we had one college hit number one in all 5 categories. So we figured it was probably a fluke. So we repeated it to next year, although it's normally a 3-year survey, and we actually increased all 5. And last year was the normal 3-year rotation, and we increased all 5 again. I don't know how Chris is doing it. Got the people and focused on the students. They're just doing a super job.
We're filling out a lot of ballots. No.
Yeah. Borrowed against the 55 million in bought votes. That was
right. Marilyn?
Thank you, Darlene. Chris, typically in the fall, I think it's October or November, you honor the people who donate money to the foundation, the scholarships. So I assume you're going to have to come up with something different this year. Is that true?
Yeah, we're going to do a virtual gala this year, and we're going to delay the other events where we honor the donors. It'll probably be in the winter or spring.
Sure.
We're having to move a lot of things. Our athletics as well has been moved. We're not having our fall athletic programs this year. We're going to have all 6 of our programs in the winter and the spring, so they're going to be a little bit more condensed. We're going to be traveling less for that too, and the games will be more regional, and the playoffs will be shorter in duration.
I think Gina had a question.
Gina? Unmute. Yeah.
Hi, Chris. I have a senior, Kelso High School senior, who is starting the Running Start program this year, and she's excited to do so. She was looking forward to her senior year like most kids are, but now she's more in tune with going to college, and so LCC is where she's going to get her start, and she's excited about that. How do you see the Running Start program working from your side of things?
Really well, partly because K-12 is at a huge disadvantage in that they weren't really strong in the online. That wasn't their gig, and they had to move very quickly as well. We were already set up where a good majority of our classes are offered online and in person. Students have the option. So for the students, it's nice that we're there. The quality of our product is there. It's been tested. And the other thing, of course, is it's free college. They get high school credit and they get college credit for free. So you can't beat that. And it allows them to go further with their money. It allows them to, get even extended degrees with less bill. So it's kind of a win for everyone. But we're also trying to do some stuff with the high schools where we go in and call college in the high school, not Running Start, where students are taking like a math class, an industrial math class at Kelso. They can actually get credit for that class. towards college as well. So we're doing both of those, trying to maximize dual credit. The parents win in that too, of course, if they have to fund their college education of their kids.
Yeah, Justice is excited about it. She can knock as much as a year off of her university, so she's looking forward to it. Of course, she was looking forward to all the other senior things that look like they're not going to happen, but she has taken Running Start by the Horns. She's excited to start on the 21st, I believe it is, and so I'm glad that you were here to talk about it today.
Yeah, it's interesting. In my own family, my son, he wanted the high school experience. And in fact, he was voted child forever. Don't tell anybody that, right? He really enjoyed his senior year. But Gia, who lived with us for 7 years, she did not want to go to high school. She wanted to go to Running Start. She actually graduated from WF West High School in Chehalis with her 2-year degree, and on the same week that she graduated from high school.
All right. Anybody else have any questions?
How come George we didn't have a Raider?
Yeah, he's saving them for our board meetings now.
I did make a rule that Al couldn't retell my jokes and attribute them to me.
No.
I didn't care if he retold them, but since he's probably going to botch them up anyway, I didn't want him saying they were mine.
What do you mean? The one about the suit?
Yeah.
Well, Chris, I want to thank you very much for coming to our meeting today. We appreciate you coming in and letting us know what's going on. I know with the COVID, everything going on, I mean, the schools and the colleges, I mean, we're all kind of in a holding pattern to see how long we have to be in this type of pattern. And, you know, some kids like to do all the social distancing or not, and some kids want to be social and be with their friends and colleges, and it's a big thing. I'm glad you gave us some information on what LCC is doing. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks for the invite. I'll see you all later.
All right, thank you.
And just so you know, Darlene, these are scheduled through the end of September.
Okay.
And we can move it a week at a time, whichever you want to do.
But next week's speaker is going to be V. Guiley, who's the president of the Northwest Innovations Kalama Methanol Project. So if you have any questions in that area.
Okay.
Just let him know that we have the share screen option, so like Chris could have shared some photos and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, I have told V, and we will have more of that on the day.
Okay. Because I also make the program chair co-host, so you can help him if you need be.
You mean help him technically? No.
Okay, can't do it technically, can't do it mentally. Are you going to be down there at the same time?
I can tell you where to plug it in.
Yeah.
I see we have Ken Pocaro on today. Ken, do you have anything for the zone? Any information on what's going on at the zone chair?
Gotta unmute.
Yeah.
Gotta find that button.
I gotta push the right buttons.
Okay.
Just things coming up to the zone tomorrow morning. We have the board meeting for the Council Lions Club, and tomorrow night at 6 o'clock we have the meeting for the sight and hearing, all on Zoom. Thursday is the open conversation between all the presidents and secretaries. Anybody wants to join us at 6 o'clock on Thursday evening just to talk about what's going on with our clubs and see how we can help each other. Just kind of getting things caught up and trying to get all the governor's visits all scheduled with the other clubs so we can have it on Zoom. things are really looking good in the zone area. Made some good progress. I sent a special letter to a special friend this morning to talk about a new monthly newsletter for the zone area. So eventually we'll hear about that. Maybe somebody knows can put something beautiful together. Anyhow, other than that, that's about all we're doing at the zone level.
Okay. Greg?
And that site and hearing meetings at 6:30 tomorrow evening.
Move to what?
6:30. 6:30.
It wasn't moved, it is at 6:30, not 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Tomorrow or tonight?
You know, Ken, you look like those guys on TV that are testifying anonymously with their voice disguised and their face blacked out.
Yep.
You might want to rotate that so that the window is not behind you or something.
Oh, no, I like it like that. That's my golf course suntan.
Yeah.
Okay, just to recap a little bit, board meeting September 17th at noon on Zoom. If you want to work Friday or Saturday, get a hold of Lloyd Williams. And Friday it's from 10 to 6, and Saturday it's 10 to 4. The 4 guys are doing a great job and cleaning everything up, and we're doing a lot really good and earning money and stuff like that for the club and to do projects and stuff. So otherwise I don't have anything else. Does anybody else have any? Oh, Donna?
Birthday's Thursday.
Who?
Bob.
Bob.
What?
Oh. Woo-hoo! Now wait a minute. I think, doesn't Tom have a birthday coming up too?
Yeah, you might as well get him. He won't be here next week.
Yeah, yeah.
Shouldn't Hal sing?
Yes. Hey, Darlene?
Yes, sir?
I was looking at what I had scheduled, but I had the board meeting scheduled for the 24th.
Well, because of a couple people being out of town on the 24th,
Okay.
we decided to move it up to the 17th.
Okay. I was just checking
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I thought that too, but I talked to a couple said they can't be there, so
Okay,
we just
let
moved
me.
up a week.
I'm going to change my Zoom meeting.
I have a birthday candle here.
Okay.
Happy
birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday
I don't think Carrie Ann sung high enough. She stayed muted, not fair. She's the one that normally offsets me.
Oh.
Still at work, you'd hear all kinds of things going on back here.
Okay, do a solo now.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, you guys.
Yeah.
Dwayne is waving his hand, Madam President.
Hey, Dwayne?
See if I can unmute here.
Okay.
You are unmuted.
You are unmuted.
Oh, okay. Kind of a late happy buck, I guess. I graduated from LCC in 1967.
Ooh.
And I graduated from high school in 64, so it took me 3 years to get through LCC because I was working part-time. And I just wanted to say I'm grateful that I had the opportunity to stay at home with mom and dad for free, and it enabled me to go to college. And back in those days, everything was a lot cheaper, including wages.
Yeah.
Including wages. I was paying $67 a quarter for as many credits as you wanted to take. Over the course of the 3 years, it went up to $71 or $72 a quarter. And I was just looking on their webpage, the current fee for tuition for 15 credits is $1,527 for 1 quarter. And if you want to take 20 credits, it's $1,903. So that's inflation for you.
Right.
So anyway, I just wanted to say I'm grateful to be able to go to LCC.
Also, you made a moment. Chris Bailey said there's a lot of money.
We're only going to allow 50.
Hey, Greg.
So are you going to go or not?
Like Dwayne, I too graduated from LC and
Okay.
graduated in 65. I graduated from LC in 71.
I graduated from high school that year.
Yeah.
And I had 4 years of Air Force too.
Yeah.
It took Hal 3 years to get out of the 8th grade.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. But it wasn't college, a community college, probably a junior college at that time.
Dates.
So, hey, Hal, you mute yourself.
Oh, I thought he was muted.
You're not.
You're too pretty to think.
Donna?
I can talk, you guys. I graduated from high school in 67, went to college, graduated from college in 94.
Oh.
It was a long time.
What's this?
Yeah.
Phil.
Yeah, Tony and I are celebrating 43 years.
Congratulations.
And
Do we get to sing happy anniversary?
also, if Hal would be quiet, yes. And Larry and Donna Hanson also celebrate their anniversary the same day.
Oh.
How many years, you guys, the Jessens?
You were born
Oh.
on Bob Justin's first birthday?
No.
You were married on Bob Justin's first birthday,
Lloyd?
43 years ago. Right, Bob?
Lloyd?
I have a happy dollar. We celebrated 62 years as a wedding anniversary on Monday.
Yay. You believe it? Yep. Congratulations.
Wow.
Hey. Anybody else want happy bucks or sad bucks or? Okay. Then I'm going to close this meeting, adjourn this meeting for today. Just kind of be safe out there. Might get a little bit of smoke this afternoon, so be careful if you have any breathing problems and stuff. So.
Yeah, I came from La Center, where my daughter lives, and in Woodland, you can barely almost see in front of you. It's so thick.
Yeah. So I'm supposed to get here this afternoon or tonight. So, and be careful because it's going to get hot the next couple of days. Maybe in the 90, 95 range. So, kind of odd weather for September. Yeah, drink a lot of water. Keep hydrated, especially if you're working Friday or Saturday. So, I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
Darlene.
Bye.
Bye.